Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shine. A new and glorious morn fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do part 2 to our series Christmas Tree of Life, Overcoming Christmas Time Depression or Holiday Depression. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. And to all of my subscribers who have been with me for the long haul, thank you. If you have found this video, you have not found it by accident. There are so many people who during the holiday season struggle with being happy and being in a celebratory mood. It may be because there's a death in the family. It may be because you've lost your job. It may be just because, you know, you're not with your spouse anymore. You're having difficulties in another area. Well, I am here to help you get over those holiday blues and move to a place of fulfillment and happiness. We talked about using your voice, and so we put our microphone on the tree. We talked about using your voice one step at a time, being able to communicate those things that absolutely bothered you, those things that you needed to deal with. Sometimes it's hard to deal with things that you know, you haven't let go year after year. So we talked about letting your voice be heard. I recognize the fact that many people do not know how to use their voice, and I'm hoping that last week you were able to pull something from it. I did receive some wonderful email messages from some of you all who have written letters to your family, called your family or your friends, your ex-husband, and begin to have that dialogue. So congratulations and kudos to all of you who have taken that step to using your voice, knowing that it matters, knowing that your voice creates your atmosphere. And with that ornament, we also put a beautiful turquoise shoe right with it, and that is using your voice one step at a time. But this week we're going to talk about abundance. We're going to talk about life and the things that fulfill us in life. Oftentimes when we don't have things, or we believe we don't have things, we kind of get into a mood where we're like, oh my God, you know, if I had a new house, or if only I had that job, or maybe if I had lost that 20 pounds, I would be happier. You know, we're always sometimes looking at the what ifs and not looking at the what now. God has given us everything that pertains to life, and a lot of times we overlook that. You know, things happen, we're sad, we may be going through a tumultuous time in our lives, and we oftentimes forget those things that mean so much to us. The first ornament that we're going to be putting on our tree that's going to be representing is this little grocery basket. When I think about a grocery basket that is filled with all of these beautiful items, and I don't know if you all can see it, but it's a beautiful grocery basket, I think about family, I think about substance, and I think about necessities. Those are the things that usually go into our grocery basket. Sometimes we forget that God has already supplied everything that we need. No, it may not be, you know, in abundance like you want it to be, overflowing. But you know what? What will we do with the overflow? We don't want to have things in our lives where our lives begin to get cluttered. I mean, this is the time of the year where I go through and start cleaning out my closet from all the mistakes that I made in the summer, all the pair of shorts that I thought that I needed, all the little snacks and foods that end up being in my cabinet and in my cupboards, and I don't even need them. Only what we can fit in a small basket is really what we need in order to live a happy and a fulfilled life. The more money you make, the more money you spend. The more money you spend, the more money you wish you had saved. And so with this cart, I am hoping that you see that only those things that are necessary should go in your cart, and also go into your cart of life. What is it in life that you can peel off and peel away? A lot of times we as women, especially as women, we want to say yes to everything. We want to be all to everybody in our lives, and our carts get too full. And then we're at the register and we're unable to pay for and cash in all of the stuff that we put in our cart. Remember that God has given you nothing that you cannot bear. But a cart is something that you can push. You have to remember that you only want to be able to push those things that are relevant and those things that you need. Don't fill your cart up in life with stuff that you don't need, with people who mean you no well, not no good. Don't fill your cart up with that kind of stuff. Fill your cart up with those things that are going to build you up on your inwardmost parts. Put your cart in your cart. Gifts. You see the little gifts in there? Put gifts in there. What are the gifts that God has given me? If you're struggling economically, what is the gift that God has given you that you could share with the world to produce money? We have to be mindful about what we put in our lives and what we allow people to take out. Let this card represent all the things you need and all the things you don't need. Take those things out of your cart. Reevaluate your cart. You know, oftentimes when I go to the store, especially the Target, I put so many things in my cart, and by the time I get to the register, I'm like, I'm thinking about it. Before you cash in your life, before you cash in your day, before you take your cart to the counter, evaluate it. Do I need it? Will it help me? If not, then I'm afraid you need to do away with those items that are in your cart so that your basket will be less. And Deuteronomy, God talks about how you're blessed in the city and you're blessed in the field, and how your baskets will be full. But it's only with those things that are necessary. So as we hang this beautiful cart ornament on our Christmas tree of life, think about what this cart means to you, what you'll be putting in it, and what you'll be taking away from it. The things that are already in your cart that you're going to be reevaluating. Go ahead and take it out. As little children, there was nothing more exciting than going to the carnival and having a good old hot dog, popcorn, funnel cakes with condensed sugar on the top, and cotton candy. Yes, cotton candy. It brings us back to the days of our youth. To stand there with excitement as a little child and watch little grains of sugar be transformed into something that was fluffy and beautiful wowed us, excited us as children. And as we got older, we realized that it was nothing but sugar. But what if our whole lives is just a big, wonderful, juicy ball of cotton candy? Our next ornament is cotton candy. Something so simple, yet so big in my life. When I saw this ornament, I thought about transformation. I thought about how God could take something so small as me and transform me into a mom, a friend, someone who could be trusted, a singer. He transformed me into a beautiful, wonderful woman, created in His image. See, sugar is something that is really small. It's something we put in our coffee and we often don't think anything about it. It comes in little packets or in the store. But sugar, when put in the hand of a potter or put in the hands of a baker, can become something way more than what it originally was in its original form. You are the sweet thing in life. God has created you to be sweet, to be lovable, to be kind. He has transformed you from that little teeny grain of sugar into a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece of cotton candy swirled together. He's fluffed you up. He has your name tattooed in His hand. He has made you bigger than life. He has made you desirable. And no, you may not have found the man of your dream. And even if you found the man of your dream, there may be other areas in your life that need to be transformed, that may not be where they're supposed to be right now. You may not even know what it's supposed to be because it's so jacked up that you just don't know what it's supposed to be. What is its intent? Is it the intent of a sugar cane to become frosting on a birthday cake? What can you be transformed in? What is God trying to transform you into? Allow yourself the room to be transformed, to be changed. Yes, that may be the way that your mother taught you years ago. But guess what? Now you've changed. Change is not change until you change. A bag of sugar left alone will never, ever turn into a beautiful, wonderful piece of cotton candy to be enjoyed. You are to be enjoyed by the world. You are to be the light of the world. The Bible says that we are the salt of the earth. And you're sweet. So when I look at this, I look at the transformation of something small turned into something greater than itself, that can now be stretched. That little teeny grain of sugar as cotton candy can now be shared. It can be torn apart and shared with this person that you meet in the grocery store, this person on your job. You're meant to be shared. You're meant to be adored. You're meant to be more than just a grain of sugar. You're much more than that. So as we hang this cotton candy, let's put it over here. Let's put it here. On our tree, we will imagine being more than just a grain of sugar. We will imagine being God's majesty. That woman who has been changed and transformed and now is able to give herself to someone else. Even in your lack, even in what you think you don't have, give thanks that you're not where you used to be. In your grocery cart, and as a piece of just plain old cube of sugar, you are not where you used to be. You are more than that. I am hoping that this has helped you and that I have enlightened you in some kind of way. I know it seems kind of corny, but you know what? This is our tree of life. This is who we are. You're just not that little small, minuscule, obsolete, irrelevant person. You are so much more than that. And as you go out this week and look for an ornament to celebrate on your Christmas tree of life, buy something that reflects your sufficiency and all the things that God is and has done for you. Also remember, when you go out and grocery shop, think about those things in your life that you need and those things in your life that you don't need, whether they be people, places, or things. I love you, and I hope to see you next week.